this another episode of Pick Fiends. I am Eli Doyle, your host. As always, I am joined by Richie Bentz. That is the lovely fedora you're wearing, Richie. Would you like to recap us on why you are wearing that fedora?
I lost my bet against you. Loser had to wear the hat. So, yeah, bet's a bet. Denver got killed. So, yeah, I just want to move on from that because that was a sad game to watch.
Yeah, and it really wasn't the best of weeks for either of us. I mean, we hit our locks, right?
We did.
Right.
Big lock hits.
Yeah. I went 5-6 last week. Richie, bad week. Bad week.
Bad, bad, very bad.
Right? Do I even need to say it? I'll just let the graphic tell the story. But yeah, we're on to week four. We're on to week four. Um, my only thing I want to touch on with your Broncos pick last week is I wrote down a quote. Do you remember what that quote was?
Yeah, 0-3 teams don't make playoffs.
They do
And
not.
that's a fact.
And yes, you are right about that. A couple teams in the NFL starting out 0-3. Denver Broncos are one of them. Do you see a shot at them making the playoffs in a division packed with the Chiefs, Chargers, and Raiders?
Nope. Nope, I do not. They are going downhill.
I can't say I do either, but there are wild card spots open as always. So we'll have to see what happens as the year plays out. And let's talk about the top five a little bit, Richie. The top five. One team in the top five went down last week. The Baltimore Ravens lost in overtime to Gardner Minshew. Even as Gardner Minshew stepped out of bounds, Orlovsky style at one point in the game. It was a good game, though. It was an exciting game to watch. Zach Moss was all over the place for Indianapolis. Um, so yeah, anything you want to touch on with your top five last week before we get into this week's?
Yeah, my Ravens. I mean, they could have won that game. I don't really know what they were doing on offense. I mean, Lamar Jackson's still holding the ball on the side, not really, keeping control of it, keeping it close to his body. So he's got to start doing that. He had some other games that he was fumbling the ball, but he's got to start, protecting the ball on offense. And overall, yeah, they're going to be moving out of my top five here shortly.
Ooh, man, tough, tough for a an OG, an OG. Oh, were they in the original top five? I don't think so, actually.
The Ravens,
I don't think they were in the. Were they in the? They were in the week. No, the Bengals were. The Bengals were in the week
yeah,
one.
I think it was the Bengals and the Ravens were actually in there, both of them. I had them in there, yeah.
All right.
Ravens, I mean, Cincinnati, they're coming back. They look good coming back.
So we only have three teams left of your original top five. A lot of fluctuation this year. Let's get into this week. What do you got for us?
All right, we'll start at one or five. What do you want? What do you want?
You start where you want this week, Richie.
All right, I'll start where it's probably the same top three here. I got Chiefs number one still because they murdered the team. The Bears like not really doing much at all, and they're just kind of there, you know. So Chiefs offense looked really good, scoring all the time. So I gotta keep them at one. Number two, 49ers. They look good again. I can't really say anything about them. Beat up on my team. Just bad. Just really bad. But yeah, keep them at number two because they're playing the best ball and I think in the NFL, both sides of the football. So number two. Number three, got your Eagles there, they look good in that game. I would like to see more from their offense, though. Overall, even though they did put up a good amount of points, but Buccaneers defense isn't the best.
No,
So
but no, there's definitely room to improve on offense. Philly.
yeah, but yeah, they're still a solid team overall. I think you got to kind of leave them there. I'm surprised that I didn't add the Cowboys at number four here. The Cowboys are good, but once again, I did just lose that huge game. So all those Cowboys fans watching this right now, yeah, I told you so. Number four, I got the Bills. Josh Allen, he's a unit. He's going to show up this week. He's going to beat Miami. Bills are at home this week. They're back. They're back. Josh Allen's back. That defense is playing good.
I'm putting it next to him on here. Back, Richie Benz.
Bills are back, buddy. They're gonna show up this week against Miami. So, and they look good. They're playing good offense. They really are, and defense is there solidly too. So, they're back in my top five. Bills number four. So number five, I'm actually gonna put Miami there, the team that's actually playing the Bills. So
I don't.
we'll see. Well, that's really a track team, dude. Like the amount of talent that's on that team. You saw like the running backs. what was his name? It was
Uh,
like D.
Achan or Achan or
Yeah,
something.
and you got Mostert too there, right, dude? They went for almost like 400 yards total with those two, and then dude, Tyreek Hill is just different. He's incredibly fast. You don't really need a good quarterback there. I mean, it's kind of shown. You can just throw it 5 yards and do the no look to the middle there to your was it to the to the running back. So you know, that team just they have playmakers on offense. That defense isn't that good, but they have playmakers on offense that really can just show up and they put up 70 points, man. So I love them there. I can't believe I added Miami to my top five. That's tough.
You're on a roll, man. You just came out of the gate hot there. I mean, you were spitting about the Bills and the Dolphins,
I
and the
know.
Cowboys out of nowhere. The Cowboys weren't even in the top five, and you
Yeah,
just
I
getting it.
and the thing is, like, Miami's probably gonna lose this week, but they might stay at my top five because their offensive weapons are crazy, and I do like the coaching there. I don't hate it. I don't believe in Tua. He can't throw the deep throw, so it's a
I,
big
I
thing.
I hear you on that. And that's something I'm going to be watching for all year. You put me onto this. I'm definitely investigating that. Uh,
Yep.
talk to me a little bit. Have you heard the headlines today about Tyreek?
I did. I actually did not. No, I did not.
You wanna?
Yeah, fit me in. Fit me in.
He was on a podcast yesterday with Mike Evans, I think. I believe it
Oh,
was,
Jesus.
and he was talking about his post NFL goals, and he said he would like to get in the adult film industry. He said he wants to be a porn star, and he was very serious about it.
Well, that's good. He's fast.
yeah, yeah, that's for sure. Let's get into this week's games, shall we, Richie? Should we get into them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you have a lock for this week, send it over my
I
way.
do have a lock. I will send it over to you. You want a text or you want a Zoom meeting here, kid?
It doesn't matter either or. Um, so let's jump around. It's a good week of football, right? Your lock isn't Thursday night, right?
My lock has just been sent. You just been notified.
All right. So we could start with Thursday. The Lions at Packers, big division game. This could very likely be the
Yeah.
winner takes the division kind of game. The Lions on the road in Lambeau, 1.5 point dogs right now. Our favorites, 1.5 point favorites, -108 going into the game, -122 on the Lions money line in Lambeau. Over under is 45.5, -115. I was a little flustered there, Richie. I'm not used to the Lions being road favorites. What's this about? New look
Uh,
Lions.
they look good. I mean, they had a bounce back week last week. They look good. So, I mean, yeah, they should be favorite. And the Packers just kind of snuck one out there, being down 17-0. By the way, I almost live bet that plus 900, but don't want to talk about it. Yeah, Packers, man, they made a comeback. They're down seven. They were down. What was it? 17-0, right? 17-0. Won
Yes,
18. Yeah,
18-17.
18, 17. They won. Yep, going top of my head there. But yeah, they kind of just snuck that one out there. The Lions are kind of hot off last week. I like their defense more than the Packers here. Um, yeah, I'm leaning towards the Lions -1.5 here. Just because I think they're the better team. I think they have more weapons overall. But my bet on this game, I actually do have a bet in this game. I was looking at today. I have the Packers over 45.5. So for the total game, the over runner is 45.5, what I'm looking at right now. And I like the over in that game just because I think both teams are going to be able to score. That was a tough week for the Packers last week on defense. To hold them, keep holding them. They were on defense a lot, so they're going to be tired after a quick week here. I think Lions will be able to score, and they're going to sneak this one out.
Yeah, I'm actually staying away from the over. Um,
Wow, you sick? Fever?
yeah, might have a fever. I don't know. Might be coming down with something. But I am staying away from the over on this one because I'm taking the Lions money line, baby.
Ooh,
Um,
I like that.
if the points, I may shift a little bit. I'm gonna take the best odds come uh game day, come Thursday.
Yeah,
So if the line shifts a little bit, I might be on that. But pretty much, I'm on the Lions, right? You know what I mean? I'm
yeah, I
taking
like that. I like that. Safe bet. Yeah.
um.
So that
Let's
is my bet. Though. I like the over again. That's one of my bets. All right, you want to write that on the flashcard, baby? Let's get it down.
I got it ready to go. I gotta mark myself here for the Lions, the Detroit Lions. Okay, let's roll right along here, shall we, Richard? The Falcons at Jags, Duval County game. The Falcons are 3-point dogs, minus 115 in Jacksonville. They are plus 130 on the money line. The over under is 43 and a half.
You like it. You're hitting the button, aren't you?
Yep. We're going
You
over.
are.
Um, and I'll give you a bonus pick on this one.
Oh God. Let's hear it.
Beat John, two tutties. Uh,
Woo.
I'm not going to put that on our card, but I am going to be betting. Bijan two tutties. I think Jacksonville's defense looked a little poor last week. I, I I do think that obviously they gave up some points on special teams, and that's not the defense's fault. Um, it's also not their fault that they were on the field pretty much that whole game, but they got cooked by C.J. Stroud and the Texans. So um, yeah, I'm definitely leaning the over. No defense, a lot of points. Bijan two tutties. What do you like here?
Yeah. I'm gonna stay away from the two tutties. A little scary, getting a lot of plus odds there. But yeah, I kind of both teams, just didn't really look in sync at all. I mean, the only thing I like here is Jacksonville's at home. I think they're a bounce back team that can really get back on the offense. I like Trevor Lawrence there, so I lean. I don't really have a bet in this game though, but I do lean the Jaguars -3 in this game. I do not have a bet though, sir.
Okay. Moving right along here on the Sunday slate, Steelers at Texans. That's a tough game to pick, but
That
uh,
is that's very
yeah, the Steelers -3 in Houston, red hot Houston right now. The Steelers are minus 144 on the money line. The over under is 41 and a half. I'm gonna be honest with you, Richie. I'm gonna give you a winning pick right now.
it's not your lock though, not your lock.
It's 100%. It's not my lock, but it's 100
All right, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
the under. There is no way in hell this game goes over. 41 and a half points is far too many for, like, if we're lucky, Pittsburgh scores 20. You know what I mean? If we're lucky. And I just don't think they're going to be able to score. I don't think the Texans are going to be able to score on Pittsburgh like they did Jacksonville. And Jacksonville, like I said last game we just picked, they came out very slow. They got punched in the mouth and they never recovered. Whereas I don't think TJ what I don't think you could do that to. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw any of that Pittsburgh Raiders game last week that
Oh, I watched it, but I watched it.
I tried to give you a winner on
Uh,
that too, but you didn't listen. Um, but TJ Watt, crazy animal, defensive player of the year.
nah.
Yeah, I'm probably taking a bid on that one. But yeah, my pick for that game, 100% the under 41.
Your unders? I like that. I actually do not like that, actually. This is why. Texans are at home. They just scored 37 points. They're getting their offense going. T.J. Stroud. I don't mind this team. I don't hate this team at all. They kept Jacksonville to a pretty good offense down to 17 points. Defense played pretty good. What scares me here is the over and under. That's a good number to be at for that over and under. I think Canada, that Canada guy, the offensive coordinator, I think he opened up the playbook last week. I think he showed like all the critics going at him saying, Tony Brown, come on in, be the OC. Like he was talking about that, and so like, everyone was on him. I think he really showed, against a prime time game against a team that's at home. He put up 23 points. I mean,
I,
defense did good. I know they had the ball on offense, but
I'm not
I,
discrediting. I'm not discrediting Pittsburgh at all in their offense.
yeah,
I just
no, I am.
okay.
I am because I lean the Texans plus the three here. I mean, their offense was hot. They scored 37 points, and their defense didn't play, terrible. The only thing is I think Canada is starting to open the playbook a little bit, starting to throw more. I love Pickens there. I'm not sure when Deontay comes back. Does he come back this week? I'm not sure.
I do not think so. I think I want to say he's out till like week 6.
Wow.
Could be wrong.
Yeah.
Could be wrong.
Over under scares me though, just because Canada opened up that offense a lot there, and Texans just scored 37 points, and they're at home, so you know, weather's a big factor there too, and at that stadium. But yeah, I mean, my lean here is the Texans. You know what, man, I can't do it. Nah, I can do it. The Texans +3, write down a note card and Sharpie, buddy, because that is a bet. But if you can get 3.5, man, that's up there. I like the Texans. I really do. I think they're at home. They're gonna shut up the Steelers here at home.
I might even take a flyer on 3.5 gets to that point. You know,
Yeah, I mean, comes down to it, you might be able to get them live money line down a touchdown. You never know.
maybe. Moving right along, we get the Rams at the Colts. Another tough game to pick. I really don't know how I feel about that one. I
It
think
is tough.
Anthony Richardson should be back. The Rams are 1.5 point dogs on the road in Indy. Minus 120 for the spread. The Rams on the money line is minus 110, and the over under in this game is 46.5 for minus 115. I'm I don't know. I really don't know what to think about this game. You have any thoughts?
I do have some thoughts. Don't really have a bet for this game because it's a tough game to bet. I mean, the thing is, Rams off a fast week, Colts are at home, AR's back. Um, I do like Pittman in that offense as well. I think that defense is going to play good this game. I like the Colts though, plus the one. I really do. You know, I think they're a decent team. I think they're in the running for a decent team. They're not a terrible team, man. They have a good solid front on defense as well too. So I do win the Colts here. Rams off that fast week there. The Rams, I mean they Joe Burrow he couldn't even really run. I don't know just watching that game, but he was kind of like doing that like quick run to the bathroom, to the sideline.
Yeah,
So he wasn't even running, bro. They were doing quick throws, quick throw, quick throws. That's why Jamar Chase had so many receptions because they were just like, get the ball out fast because
yeah.
we're not getting you injured. We need you for the rest of the year. So yeah.
Um, yeah. I'm gonna stay away from this game. I'm gonna stay away. Let's keep moving here. Vikings at Panthers. The hell is going on with this week? Vikings are minus 4 point favorites in Carolina for minus 110. The money line on the Vikings is minus 196 right now. The over under in the game is 45.5 or minus 110. Um, this is a terrible game. This is a terrible game.
It's
Uh,
tough.
it really is. Give me the Vikings -4. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump into this right now. I early in the week I usually look at lines right after the game or even during like the Monday night games because the lines are like
Better.
kind of leaning towards the one side than the other. So that's when I like to get my my startup bets going. But I did get the Vikings -3, which I thought was a great line. As you can see, it's up to 4 now, so I did get a big number there. But yeah, I lean the Vikings as well, even with the -4, because we're talking about the now line, so that could be one of my bets. You can write that down the card. Vikings -4. I'm gonna ride with you there on that one. I think this offense is, they're putting up points. They really are. They should have won that last game with the Chargers. It was 28-24. They're in the red zone. You gotta make that one play, bro. And I don't know what they were doing with the clock there. If you look back, they were
Terrible. Terrible.
letting the clock run. Where's the time management, bro? You got 20 coaches on the sideline. Come on now.
Hold on, hold on. I've been wanting to do this for years. I've been wanting to do this for years. I'm putting my resume out there right now. I can manage the clock for any
Yeah.
football program in America that needs a time clock manager. I've played so much Madden in my lifetime. I'm expert level clock management. I'll tell you
Yeah.
exactly what Kirk Cousins should have did there. I'll tell you exactly to the T. They were out of timeouts. Okay. So he goes down. They get to the 4 yard line or whatever. You hustle that whole effing team up there. You spike that ball. You have 16 seconds. You're getting 2 shots at the end zone. Your first play is a safe, some kind of out pass, some fade, something safe. Your second play, is your gotta have But
Yeah.
that's my pitch. Any football program in America that has money and is looking for somebody to manage your clock, I will do it via Zoom. I don't care. It
Yeah.
doesn't.
We'll split the salary too. Just get us, man. Just get
Yeah,
us.
I'll go down on the field. You go up in the booth. How about that?
Yeah. I love that too. We'll do yeah.
I'll be.
But
I'll, I just want to stand behind the head coach. Let me be your get back guy. And your
yeah,
time.
because that was just disgusting, dude. Watching that and then for them to lose like that, bro, at a huge game, both teams are 0-2. Jesus, that offense is too good to do that, throw a pick like that. Like, get a little hurry up, spike the ball, and throw to your main man, Jay Jutt, out there. I don't understand.
And I don't know what some of these quarterbacks are looking at like this week. That pick Kirk threw to end the game, the pick Dak threw to end the game, even a couple picks Jalen. The first pick Jalen threw in the Eagles game, I was like, "What are you looking at, buddy?" I
Yeah,
expect that stuff out of Baker.
yeah.
Not out of necessarily the other three. I mean, I know
I
Dak.
expected that Dak. Dak. Oh my
Listen,
God.
listen. If we're being honest, Kirk Cousins, Dak Prescott are almost the same guy. except Dak runs like he has a pack of CDs in his pocket. Um,
Dak has the better team, too. I think.
oh, for sure, for
You know what
sure.
I mean?
We're getting too sidetracked here, so let's keep moving. But quarterbacks do better. Coaches, me and Richie are available for time clock management positions. Um, Tampa at New Orleans, divisional game, divisional game. Two teams that are playing somewhat good ball. I mean, Derek Carr being out is gonna hurt, but I mean, Jameis Winston's been there for 3 seasons. He only knows these two teams, so let's call this the Jameis Winston Bowl, shall we? Um, Bucks are 3-point dogs in New Orleans. I have no idea why. I have utterly no idea why. If you're not on the Bucks, we don't even have to finish. I don't even have to tell you what the money line and the over under is. Or you're on the Bucks plus rate, right?
I'm staying away. Don't worry down for this bet. I'm staying away. This is why. This is why. This Saints defense is legit, bro. They are legit. They were holding Green Bay to 0 points, dude, until I'm pretty sure the third quarter. So I mean,
For the
I
fourth.
like this. This is why the spread's -3.5. They're minus because of that defense there, and they're at home. That's the big thing. And Baker did not look good against that Eagles defense. I know it is the Eagles defense, one of the better defense in the league, but I think the Saints defense is actually better than the Eagles defense.
You're on
So
crack. I'm taking the Bucks -4 or -3 or plus
that
3.
is not one of my bets.
Well,
I don't know who I don't know who I can really take in the pick'em pool. I'm just kind of just feeling it out day before, really.
I'm so flustered over like some stuff that just came out of your mouth there. First of all, you're saying the Saints defense is better than the Eagles defense.
Oh, it is. Saints defense is better than Eagles. Yeah.
It's not even close.
No,
Uh,
you'll see.
the Eagles defense with like Josh Joby on the field and Zach Cunningham may still be better than the Saints. Anyway, what's your pick for this game? You have a pick?
I do not have a pick now.
Let's move right away from the Winston Bowl then. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's talk NFC East football. What we know. Um, Washington at Philly. It's a too big of a spread right here, man. I'll tell you what, too big of a spread. The Commanders are getting 8.5 points in Philadelphia, -114. I know they had a bad week against the Bills. Commanders plus 320 on the money line. The over under is 43.5. Let me be the first to tell you, Richie, this is a trap game. Trap game written all over it. Written all over it. This is a game. The Eagles come out flat, they'll get punched in the mouth. And they might not recover. With that being said, I'll be on the over 43.5.
So what you said the spread's 8.5, right? So we're looking at a FanDuel.
8.5.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to my boys, the Abdos. They were at the game last week against the Bills. Yeah, bad game to go to there. I'm pretty sure what did the Commanders score 3 or 6 points? Just not looking. What they scored 3? 3, yeah. Just go to a game, man. You want to see your team score, but yeah, just bad game for them. But I see them bouncing back this week, Abdos. I really do. I do see them bouncing back. Plus 8.5. I love the line here. I think this is a team that get right here. Maybe even a little. Eagles by 3. Commanders by 3 or 7. I really do see it. That's definitely one of my bets though. Plus Redskins plus 8 or the Washington Commanders or yeah.
Yeah, if it didn't hurt, it's all right. It's all right. Everybody's doing that stuff. Everybody's doing that stuff. There's even crazier shit going on there. Now there's Indian tribes across the nation coming out and suing, like trying to sue back and say, no, you need to change the name back, which I kind of agree with. If they're for it, I'm for it. But anyway,
Yeah, I do like their name better than this name. I do. It doesn't sound right.
every time someone says Commanders, I just want to say like the Washington Commies. So I don't. Let's keep moving right along here. Denver at Chicago, the shittiest game of the week by far. Denver is 3.5 points favorites in Chicago. -104, -168 in the money line for Russ's Broncos. The over under is 46. Who would have thought I'm on the under? Two games in 1 week, I'm on the under. But yeah, under 46. There's no way. There's utterly no way this game goes over. They're just absolutely not.
Yeah. That game made me sick last week. I was sick to my stomach. The Broncos just I had a big unit on them. I really did. I was like, I'm trusting the Broncos here. And they lost by 50. They had 50 points. You lost by 50. I mean, I think Mike was in the stands getting play calls from some of the fans out there. What do you want to call next? But overall, I don't really know what to take. I want to stay away from this game. I don't even want to see the Broncos on TV. I don't want to see them on Red Zone because they got piss slammed. They didn't even stand a chance to. What was that game? I never seen a game like that before. Go that lopsided. These are NFL professionals. These are the best athletes in the world. You're telling me he was by 50, bro?
Do you know the shitty grin I had on my face watching that game? I was
I was
so
disgusted.
Sean
I was
Payton.
disgusted. I
Sean
gotta wear
Payton.
this hat. I gotta wear this hat. I gotta wear that.
You look good.
I gotta wear it.
You look good. It helps. You look good. Yeah, let's ride, baby. Let's ride this under.
Yeah. Miami was they were riding pretty good. I mean, and I was watching with my game, my best friend Everly, and man, he felt good. He felt good because he knew I had Denver too. And I was sitting with him, and they were just like touchdown. He was like laughing. I'm like, ah, Jesus. But I'm happy to see him like root for his team and them do good. 'Cause, it's been a while since they done good.
Shout out to Ross Tucker, one of the funniest guys on Twitter. Um, for his you know, I think he's right. The Dolphins are reaching a point where that offense, we might have to give him a nickname soon.
Yeah, track stars.
I think they might deserve something better. Like I saw ode to the Seattle secondary, from like 2013, Legion of Zoom. That was a good one.
I like that. Yeah, so they're fast. Zoom zoom. But the other thing is they should have kicked that field goal to get it was like a record for most points scored or something like that.
Yeah, but if you listen to Mike McDaniel's post game, now I get it. When you're up 50, I understand. Like, yeah, there is sportsmanship and stuff involved, and these are professional athletes. But like, you're already up 50. Like, you could have stopped.
Yeah,
You could have stopped up 35.
I probably would have stopped at 35. They were making a statement. It was personal.
Mike White. How do we have Mike White backing up Tua, tossing touchdown after touchdown
To
on
Robbie Anderson or
yeah,
the chosen one.
chosen Anderson, and then meanwhile up in New York, like Zach Wilson can't even throw a forward pass. Like what the hell?
He is bad. He is bad. I can be their quarterback than him. I'm lying. I can.
I actually almost agree with you.
No, I do agree. I'm stronger than them too. I looked at all the stats. I checked that stuff.
All right.
I mean, Zach Wilson. It.
All right, let's move
All
on.
right, we're gonna out of control. We got to keep going. Keep moving around.
Great. Bengals at Titans. Another crappy game. Bengals. I still didn't think the Bengals looked good last week. Maybe I'm just biased. I don't know. Titans looked terrible last week. I don't even remember who they played in the terrible.
The Browns. We had them. We both had them, I think, too.
Yeah. Oh, we had a lot of bad picks.
Like, they'll see it. They'll see it.
Anyway, the Bengals in Tennessee -2.5 point favorites, -106. Joe Burrow's Bengals are -132 on the money line. The over under is 41 at -110. Let's take it.
You hit it. Oh, you hit it.
Over 41.
That's one of your bets. A little overhit there. Okay. Yeah, this is a weird game for me because Titans are home and they just got smoked. They got they went to over there in the Brown City and they got shown up. They said this is our place and they did. And the Bengals, I don't know if Joe Burrow's completely healthy. He looked good, but they didn't look great. They had to get the ball out. Faster than lightning in that game. So I'm going to stay away from this game overall. I do lean the Bengals because I think they are getting back on track. And I think, Joe Burrow is going to be more healthier than he was last week. So I kind of like the quarterback play here, more than anything, to be honest.
All right. I agree with you there. I do like the Bengals to win, I guess, if I had to cut into my head. But I'll be on the over. Anyway, another divisional game. Raiders at Chargers. The Raiders are +5.5 in Los Angeles, -115. Are +184 on the money line for the Las Vegas Raiders. The over under is 48.5. I'm staying away. I don't trust
Yeah. I'm also gonna stay away here, but if I do lean one of the sides here. I like the under in this game. And here's why. I mean, the Raiders offense, man, I know they're playing a good Steelers defense, but they just don't look good, man. I mean, Josh Jacobs, he's not going at all. Like I have him on fantasy. I want him to, start doing something, but they gotta get that off. They gotta get that run game going, get that that 4 or 5 yard start, to be able to open up the playbook a little bit, but going backwards on your first play, you're kind of, you're just screwing yourself really. And this is a weird line here too. Chargers are 0-3. You know what I mean? So,
What do
they're
they
at
say
home.
about 0 and what do they say about 0-3 teams, Richie?
They don't make the playoff. That's a fact. That's real. I know I haven't really seen a 0-3 team make the playoff, but the Chargers they're on a bad team. They could be 3-0 right now, and that's a fact. Like they have a good offense. I mean, their defense is just struggling. They pay, they got James out. They pay those guys, and those 4 guys a lot of money, and they're not coming up to what they're being paid. So I'd stay away from the spread here. If I had to pick, I'm picking the Chargers because they're at home, and then this is a must-win game, a must-win at home. So
Next game, Patriots at Dallas. The Patriots are getting 6.5 points. 6.5 points in Jerry World. -102. The money line pick for the Patriots would be +260 right now, and the over/under is 43.5. -110. I got to take the points. I think Dallas finds a way to win. I think New England keeps it close. So
yeah, I'm with you here on this one. Finally on one together. This is why I like the Patriots. Defense is playing good. I know they played, Zach Wilson. Anybody can really stop him. But yeah, I like the Patriots here. The Cowboys look terrible, man. They look bad. That was my survivor pick, man. You're telling me they're gonna lose? They're gonna lose to the Cardinals there. They got comeback on by the Giants.
that was a trap game, buddy.
And I'm just like, what? What do you do? And then at the end of the game, they had a chance. They really did have a chance. And what did Dak do? What he does best: throw
Yeah.
picks right to their team, right to number 7, right to his hands. I mean, he's not good. That guy's got to go, and he's going to be going. I mean, this is a team that should be winning the Super Bowl. This year, last year, they had chances in the last 4 years, man. They had their best team was probably 3 years ago, man, or 4 years ago when they had I can't forget his name from the Browns. Number 2, he is. I'm talking Amari Cooper, bro. Like they had solid guys, and they just can't. This choke. They choke. They're the choke. The new name for the Cowboys is choke. Give me the Patriots plus the points.
Man, you're on a heater this week, pal. Next game. Wow. Cards at Niners.
Jesus.
The Cards are getting 2 touchdowns. 14, -110 in San Fran. Cardinals money line pick would be +610. The over under is 44.5.
They're not hitting it.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
It. I'm
I
just
mean,
saying. I'm just staying away.
yeah. Yeah, your overlook's not a bad look here just because, the Cardinals, they put up points against one of the top 5 defenses in the league. They really did. They showed up, and I like Dobbs, bro. They got that run game going. I like Dobbs. I really do. Brown got going a little bit last week. Yeah, man. Are the Cardinals, are they plus more than 10 points every week? Because, starting beginning of the year, they were like power team. They were like 32. They were the worst team in the league. And they honestly, they could be 3-0. I'm not even joking. If you look back at the games, they really could dissect the game. But overall, stay away from this game. Too many points here. Cardinals, they looked hot the last 2. They could have beat the Giants. They did beat the Cowboys. So, yeah, 14 scary. And the 49ers are one of the best rounded team overall. But I'm staying away for sure.
Right. Let's jump to Sunday night here. Another blowout. Kansas City at New York Jets. The Chiefs are -9.5 point favorites, -115 in MetLife. The money line pick for the Chiefs would be -460, and the over under in the game is 42.5. I'm just gonna stay away from this one as well because I hate these blowout games.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers in this game, the spread's probably -2.5, -3 Chiefs here. Once again, the Jets, if you're out there, sign me now because I could be your quarterback. I don't know what that guy's doing. They got to stop saying Zach Wilson's our quarterback because he's not their quarterback. I don't know. They're trying to find someone secretly. Can't even speak that. Can't even say that word. But yeah, the Jets +9.5. Man, they're at home. They're one of the best defenses in the league. Got to stay away from this game. I kind of lean the unders because the Jets want to stay in this game. They got to stop Mahomes on defense. and the Jets have to go slow on offense to also keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. So, there's two ways here for the Jets to kind of, sneak their way out of this one and maybe even get a 3-point win or a 7-point win. But, Kelsey, Swift, it's all over media.
Funny thing is, I just saw on my phone too as I opened it up. She's already like RSVP and bought tickets, whatever. She's gonna be there. So yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be seeing chest bumps a lot.
Yeah, yeah. I chest bump Taylor Swift. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, she's from Why I'm Missing, bro. She's from Why I'm Missing. They don't
You
mess
can
around.
I'll chest pump with her.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Monday night. Monday night, your G-Men. They're at home. 2 back-to-back MetLife nights. Tough night for that crew. Wow. Imagine working for MetLife. That sucks. Anyway, now I guess you get to see some football. That's cool. Seattle. Seattle's a good team, man. They are 1.5-point dogs in MetLife. -122, -106 on a Seattle Seahawks money line pick. The over/under is 47.5. What should I be on, Richie?
You know what you should be on? The Giants.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm taking right now. I'm taking Seattle money lines.
We should make a bet on this. Who wears the hat?
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
We should make it. Want to make it that or what? Who wears the hat?
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Winner wears that. Loser wears the hat next week. Loser wears the fedora on the show. You want to just take money line straight up? I'll take Seahawks. Giants.
Yeah, I mean that's better for me. Yeah, I'll take them. I'll take them straight up against you. Whoever wears the hat.
Because I'm not scared of the points at all. The Giants stink. So, and Gino, Gino, when he comes back to a team that, you guys could have had Gino. Could have had him.
Yeah.
Could have had him.
And this is why I like the Giants. Giants, long break. I love that. I love that long. Honestly, I like that. I like that. I didn't like that they lost, but I like that they have a long break. Look back and see. They're on their primetime game, and it's a Monday night, so they're gonna have some time. They had some time to rest. And I'm thinking the Giants they're at home. I like the Giants. I don't mind the Giants defense. They did good defense. Their offense is what they struggle on. And Saquon, hopefully he's back. I really hope Saquon's back because if he's back, you're gonna be wearing one of these hats come next week for the pod. But
what about a guy named Ken Walker?
I'm a Giants fan. I'm biased, so I like the Giants.
What about a guy named Ken Walker or DK Metcalf?
Don't worry, buddy. Our front's gonna get him. Our front's gonna get him, and guess what? Hopefully, I want to see Baker. I want to see Baker guard him. I want to see Baker or maybe put Jackson over there and guard him.
How's that offensive line holding up?
Not good because our offense is always 4 and out or 3 and out. Oh, defense, you're up. Our guys are gotten oxygen on the side, But yeah, good Giants. I'm biased. Let's get it.
All right. We're gonna
that's
take.
That's one of my bets. That's one of my bets too. I tell you that.
I got it in there. I got it in there for you.
I got there. It's a bet.
You want the spread or you want a money line?
I got them spread in my best bet. Yeah.
Okay.
Not my best bet. Just one of my bets. My bad.
Yeah. I got you. We're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna get back here and do our locks. All right, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna try something a little different here this week. We've had a lot of great user engagement in the last couple weeks between YouTube, Twitter, X, whatever they call it now, Instagram. All that good stuff. So what we're gonna try to do is get a little user engagement here. We're gonna start with our first one. We have a guy that hits up the account a couple times a week. We like to refer to him as Mystery Mike. Mystery Mike is gonna be making his podcast debut here. Let's give him a call to see if he has any NFL picks for us this week.
Hey, what's going on?
Mystery Mike, you're on the line here. You're on Pick Fiends right now. Everything's being recorded to tape. How are you doing this fine Wednesday evening?
Fantastic. Thursday night football tomorrow. Big lineup for the weekend. Going to be a good weekend.
Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Let's get into this a little bit. I hear you have basically like a big 3 picks you're gonna put on display for us here.
Our big 3 right away.
All right, let's jump right into it.
Swift, touchdown, Eagles. He's scoring. Hammer it. Don't let that one slide.
All right, hold on.
Next one.
Hold on. Take one breath here, buddy. Take one breath. Let's dive into this a little bit. Let's dive into this. Eagles, you got the Commanders this week. I talked a little bit on the show with Richie Benz earlier about how I think this could be a little bit of a trap game for Philadelphia, right? Um, I think Philadelphia needs to come out very strong right away. But I do like the Swift pick. I think Swift has really solidified himself as a lead back in that backfield.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you know what a line looks like for a Swift tutty as of right now?
Um,
I can look it up for you. I got
as of right now, him to score first is plus 3,000. They're not showing an actual odd that I can get right now, but him to score first, plus 3,000 in that game.
that what you're on.
That is what I am on.
First score plus 3,000.
DeAndre Swift, plus 3,000.
Hammering us right off the bat. What else you got for us this week, Mike? Let's talk about it. Let's keep working.
We're going to take it down a notch here. We're going to go with the over in the Minnesota game at 45.5.
Who's Minnesota? Oh, the Carolina Panthers. So let me see what me and Richie took on that game. I think I stayed away from. Actually, I took Vikes minus 4.5. I think I talked myself into it, and I talked Richie into it too. I definitely talked about that. I definitely talked about that over under. I like the number. In terms of where these teams are, the only thing that scares me on that game is, Carolina has to keep up their end of the bargain, right?
Absolutely.
So
They got to score some points too, or even it could be a one-sided game with Minnesota here. You never know.
you never do indeed know that is true, Mike. So tell me about it. Tell me about it. What is it that you like about this over? You think what do you got? I mean, Jefferson got a little banged up in Minnesota at the end of the game. He looked to be okay walking off the field after the game. They have a lot of other speedy guys. They're back. Alexander Madison is very fast.
Yes,
Jordan Addison,
extremely fast.
Jordan Addison, a rookie receiver they drafted, has a lot of speed. They've been getting the ball to TJ Hawkinson, their big tight end.
That's my guy right there. TJ Hawkinson. I have faith in that guy to make that 45.5.
Oh, wow. I love it. I love it. What about Carolina? Anything stick out to you about Carolina?
They just they got a little bit they got to get together yet, but I really don't have any picks on them right now. Haven't really focused on them so far.
All right. So is it that you think Minnesota is just big in this game? They gotta come back after that, devastating last minute loss when they could have won last week.
Absolutely. Any team has to come back from something like that. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You got to come back the next week and win it.
Yeah. And what's Minnesota's record? Off the top of your head, I don't know if Minnesota has a win this year, buddy.
They actually don't.
Wow.
They do not have a win this year.
Do you think that goes into it at all? Do you think this, they really need to make an impact in this game?
Absolutely. This is the week that they need to stick out, leave it all out on the field, stick it out there, and play football.
I like that. I really like that. You're making me feel a lot better about my Vikings minus 4 pick that I took for myself. What's your third big one for the day?
My third big one we got is Philadelphia Eagles minus 8 at minus 112.
Yeah.
That's
what
safe ones,
Yeah. Eight's a lot of points, man. Not a lot of people are calling 8 safe. What do you think is so safe about it?
The way the Eagles been playing. You're playing the Commanders.
Terrible,
and the Eagles
terrible loss.
are a powerhouse.
Did you
Yes.
Did you catch any of that game?
Yes, I did. I caught a glimpse of it here and there through Red Zone watching it, but they ain't gonna do nothing with the Philadelphia Eagles, pal.
So you're on Eagles minus 8.
Absolutely.
Wow. All right. So you're heavy on the Eagles this week. We got a Swift first to score plus 3,000 in the Eagles Commanders game. You also had it Eagles minus
hammering it.
You're hammering it.
Hammering it.
Which one of the three? So between the Swift first to score, Eagles minus 8, and Minnesota Carolina over 45.5. Which one of those three do you really think is a lock or a best bet?
Best bet out of them, Philadelphia Eagles minus 8. That's my best bet. That's the one I'm going to take. That's probably the one. That's kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You got to go with it.
I agree. we're like I said, we're starting this little bit of a new segment with some user engagement here, and what made you so curious to kind of jump on here? Not everybody just wants to put themselves out in the limelight. Now, of course, you're not on the screen here; you're just talking to me over the phone. But give us a little bit about the mystery man, Mike, now on the phone. Let's give us a little bit of background on you here. What are we getting into?
Whatever mystery Mike takes, you're gonna take. That's how we're gonna do it.
Wow. All right. Well,
Selling it, selling it, selling it. Take the picks that mystery Mike gives you.
Mike, are you a football guy? Is that what we're into? Just football?
Football, and you're gonna catch me again in hockey season, especially those playoffs, Stanley Cup.
Wow. Wow. All right. Well, we're in preseason hockey mode right now. That's something I'm very into expanding our repertoire of sports. So yeah, if that's something you want to talk about with me a little bit, I'd be down to talk to you about hockey any day of the week, pal.
All right. Well, you just call me back and we'll keep this little segment going.
All
This
right.
is Mystery Mike, and you're gonna take those picks.
All right. Thanks, Mike. We'll talk to you next week, pal.
See you later. Have a good one.
All right. Let's jump back into it here with our locks of the week, Richie. You want to go first, or would you like me to?
Go ahead. Go first.
Uh, my lock of the week. Divisional game. I don't know if you've picked up on which one we haven't talked about yet. Dolphins at Bills. The Tua-led Dolphins are getting 3 points in Buffalo, -115. Um, the Dolphins are +122 on the money line. The over/under is 53.5. What do you think I'm on, Richie?
I think you're on the over, bud.
No, I'm not.
You're on Miami.
On Miami +3. I think the Bills may win. I just think it's going to be such a close game. I think back to that playoff game last year, without Tua in Buffalo. Granted, there was also I don't know, cold out. Don't know what the weather's going to look like in Buffalo this week. But and I do think Buffalo's secondary got better last game. I think they played a couple, better games than that first stinker against the Jets to start the year. Um, but yeah, I just think Miami, especially if they get Waddle back, they have a good chance of keeping this really, really close. And I think those 3 points are going to be very valuable.
All right. I am on the other side.
Yeah,
And this
of
and
course.
this is why. This is why. I'll even lay the points here. Bills they've been looking good on offense, okay? They have been looking good. So the Dolphins, both two good teams here. Bills are at home. That's the big thing for me here. And I think Josh Allen is the better quarterback. Actually, I know Josh Allen is the better quarterback. Um, this is a big game for the Bills to really show up in this division. I mean, the Dolphins could be 4-0, or they can be 3-1. The Bills can be what, 3-1 or 2-2. So it's kind of a big spot for the Bills here. I think their coaching there is going to be helpful to kind of read what they do on offense, throw those short passes, kind of trying to make them go down the field very slow and do those nitty passes. But I like the Bills here overall. I even like the -3. I think the Bills. I think it's going to be a close game, but I don't think it's going to be close enough for the Dolphins to do enough on defense against this Bills offense / Josh Allen massacre.
Um, do you want to know the biggest X factor of this game? It's not.
Uh,
It's not a player. It's Mike McDaniel.
okay.
All
I
right.
know. He's been doing it all season. He just put up 70 points. I mean, how can you not like the Dolphins game? How can you not like the Dolphins? Really, they just put up 70 points in an NFL game. Like their offense has been hot, very hot. I just don't think their defense is good enough to be able to stop this offense. And I think Bills defense is be able to get a couple stops against that offense. You know what I mean? And
I
you know,
definitely don't see a blowout in this game. I don't see a blowout. I think
no,
even if one team pulls away early, I think you can't let up because either
yeah.
team kind of score at will.
I can even see lower scoring too. Than like 53 is a high number in the NFL. I can even see this being like in the middle 40s, even low 40s, because they're gonna. I think both teams are gonna slow their offense down a little bit, for this game, especially the Bills. The Bills, they don't want to have give the ball to them, but they want to kind of do that Jets like Jets thing in Casey they have to do this week to kind of slow down that offense, because that offense, the Dolphins' offense is a track team. We know that.
Yeah, it's a time of possession game, buddy. It's a time of possession game. Um, let's move to your lock, right? Let's move to your lock.
Yeah,
Ravens at Browns. The Ravens are 2.5-point dogs in Cleveland. The money line is plus 124 for Lamar's Ravens, and the over/under is 40.5. What are you on here, Richie?
I know I'm hating on my Lamar Jackson here. I really am hating on my team that had number 4 last week. I like the Browns here. I like the Browns at the last 3. They could be 3-0. The Browns could be 3-0 easily. I mean, they destroyed the Bengals at home week 1, 24-3. Okay, and they were at home. That's the big thing. Week 2, they played that primetime game against Pittsburgh. Yeah, Pittsburgh got the better half offense, and it seems like Deshaun's kind of getting in his groove. Okay, week 3, they just smoked the Titans at home again. So they're kind of on a roll. They really could be 3-0. And I like them in this spot. I don't think the Ravens have a good enough offense to actually, score a lot of points against this Brown. This Browns defense is playing way past, they're shooting good. This team's shooting very good
So,
on defense.
You know how I said earlier about TJ Watt, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Garrett.
I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. I'm gonna take one step back and just say the Defensive Player of the Year comes out of that division. Right.
Yeah, I mean your odds are looking better, but yeah, I like the Browns here minus 2.5. I actually about a couple hours ago I did bet the Browns minus 2.5 as I put it in my action network as put it as a lock, but the Browns, it's their 3rd home game, so they're kind of getting used to it. They're getting used to that home field advantage. That offense does not look good in the Ravens at all. I mean Lamar Jackson, he's got to once again tuck that ball. So the Browns have been playing good on defense, and I think that offense is starting to, move in the right direction with, they have a lot of playmakers there too. I know they did just lose Chubb, but, Ford's not bad at all. And they got Cooper out there. They got Moore. He's good. Now Njoku is good. So a lot of playmakers.
Another guy on that team that actually normally finds the ball a lot is Donovan Peoples-Jones, and
Yeah.
he hasn't had a ton of success this season, so he's a guy to kind of watch out for.
Yeah,
too.
that's like he's like that that Jackson kind of guy. Go deep, kind of catch it. Yeah, they have a pretty good. They have a good team. That division's tough, man. That's a very tough division. I don't hate the Ravens either, but I gotta lean towards the Browns here. 3rd home game this season. They've been smoking teams. The only game that was close was that they lost that game against Pittsburgh. But it's gonna be a good game. I do like the Browns here though. I think it's a game that they really make that stand. So Browns, lock it up, baby. Lock it.
Locked in. It's all locked in. I already locked it in for you. You taking a spread on that?
Yeah, spread. I like the spread. I'm a spread guy. I like the spread.
Yeah,
I think money line's too easy.
Wow. I mean,
Well, not too easy, but you're putting up you can put up your $50 to win. You're 33. No one wants to lose that much margin.
yeah. A money line pick for me got to hover around the hundreds, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, I think we covered just about every game this week, Rich. Do you have any closing thoughts? Do you have anything you need to get off here before we?
I expect you wearing this hat next week because the Giants are gonna win. We talked about this before. So yeah, you're gonna be wearing this hat next week. I can't wait for the Giants to win that game. Maybe a 10-point win by them. And the other thing is my lock. Love my lock. It's a great lock. When I talk about the lock from Loses, we're talking about the lock in football. It's Brown. You ain't flushing it this week, buddy, because it's rising. It's gonna flood.
All right. That was a hell of a quote there, Rich. That was a hell of a quote. That's what we'll wrap this up for this week. That was a great little episode we put together there, Richie. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Pick Fiends.